Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I know exactly what EBK Juvie is doing, right? And I hope y'all know. He's playing chess and he's doing one of the oldest manipulation tricks in the book, because he sat back and watched what just happened with Nolimit Dogg. And he's seen how as soon as Dogg said something about Herbo, Big Op stepped in. Keep in mind, Juvie went to his funeral and all, so it's obvious that he's one of the guys a part of Nolimit who is bothered by the whole Dogg situation and how it went down. And I'm sure he feels a way about how everyone played a part and who played a part, so he's basically throwing the same bait out there that Dogg did, hoping to get a response from at least a certain somebody, and then boom. That's the plan, so he could really deal with that person that he wants to deal with. At least that's how I feel. See, Herbo wasn't the one that made the threats to Dogg. And allegedly a certain somebody is the one that got into the fight with Dogg, according to social media, which led to him losing his life in the process. So that certain somebody would be a big target for EBK Juvie's aggression. Therefore, he's following the same blueprint Dogg did to get the same reaction so he could target the person he really wants, if that makes any sense to y'all. And honestly, this is going to force a certain somebody to respond, because if not, it's going to make that person look like he's just out here picking and choosing. Because when Dogg was saying what he said about Herbo, a certain somebody involved himself into the equation. Despite them all being cool, it made it very clear that he was defending Herbo. In which y'all know, right? If we all have friends and we're all mutual and one of our boys get into it, until it gets like really crazy, nobody steps in because we're all boys. The only time you should step in is to de-escalate it or separate them or whatever the case may be. But you don't get involved and then heighten the situation and make it seem like you're taking a certain person's side when y'all are all friends, right? So now that certain somebody is going to have to keep that same energy with everybody that's on that type of time with Herbo, since he volunteered himself to do the same thing with Dogg. And if he don't, then it's going to seem like he's just picking and choosing who he wants to be on time with, and that's going to make him look like he's just selective. Because Juvie basically doing the same exact thing that Dogg did, if not worse. So why not give him that same energy, right? We'll just have to wait and see. Now, if y'all know anything between EBK Juvie and Herbo's relationship, y'all know that these two been at it for years. And when I say years, I mean years. Every other couple months, Juvie pokes at Herbo about something he don't like. Herbo might or might not respond, or it might be discreetly, and then boom, the cycle continues. But this time around, it might be slightly more serious, because now one of the guys ended up losing his life, all for just expressing how he feels about Herbo, which may be the same way other members feel too, whether they express it or not. However, it will all ignite this time when Juvie will speak on Herbo doing a song with Moneybagg Yo. For y'all that don't know what that's about, well, Moneybagg Yo is dating Ari Fletcher, who is the baby mother of Herbo. Now, I guess everyone is grown and everyone could do whatever they want to do, and I get it. But out of all the rappers in the world, what would make you want to do a song with the person your baby mother is dating? Right? And some people say, well, it shows he's mature, it shows growth, he don't care about her, he's living his best life with his new baby mother, blah, blah. I get it. But like I said, what would make them just say, yo, let's collab? Out of all the rappers on this damn earth. Not to mention, it's been rumored that Moneybagg Yo has low-key dissed Herbo a few times on records, where he threw subliminals and everybody caught it. And this is why I say, personally, me, I couldn't do it. And we don't have to beef with each other. We don't even have to have a problem. But why do I need to do anything with you? But that's just me. And it may not be a thing to Herb, but when it comes to Moneybagg Yo, he's always going to have the upper hand in that situation. But to each his own. Now, Juvie would say the quiet part out loud and use this as an opportunity to make fun of Herb, as he usually do occasionally. He would take to his IG story with a slew of messages directed towards Herb, but it all started off when he would say, quote, "Now look at this. He took your bid and dished you in like 5 songs, but we can't make Essex great again." Yeah, somebody tell Herbert we definitely back friends since we putting manly pride to the side. Call me, brother. My number the same. Now, this how you know he still has a little gripe with the whole situation concerning J-Dogg, because he said that we can't make Essex great again, but you could do this. That lets you know that he's still thinking about the whole situation that just transpired. Mainly because this goes back to what they say J-Dogg was trying to do when he was basically trying to bring everybody who was once cool with each other back cool with each other so they could all be one big set like how they used to be. But unfortunately, he didn't know that that's not the case right now. Now, Herbo will respond in the comments to the blog post under international drill music of the post that Juvie made about him and Moneybagg Yo. Herbo would say, quote, "You sold Mastro dollar, stuck his stuff in your baby mama and got her pregnant. You mad at the whole world. LOL. We getting money, little bro. God bless you. Hashtag long live Stro dollar. Hashtag NLMB MM. Ninja got out, took her right back. You was in jail, gang. You thought she was gonna wait on your broke butt? Laughing emojis. Must have sent your pole butt that little commissary." Sheesh. Now that must have struck a nerve, because after those posts, Juvie would go off on Herb and start to expose some interesting information. He would take to his IG story in the first post and say, quote, "F all that. You done came, snuck to the hood multiple times, correct? Since 2022, why you never got your one from me? Cause I'll need that forever after the ish I said." Then in the next message, he would say, quote, "Has anybody heard from Herb artist Pretty Savage? What happened with her career? LOL, F it when the last time you had a sold out show, concert, your ad been flop. Mainsky been treating you since he met your little ad, but you remake him your daddy every time. Moneybagg treated you, and now look, shit. His first couple bars on y'all just did sound like he talking about you. The road treated you, exposed you to the whole world, all type of ish. What you done at Big Jam? Shit. But give him them little timid looks you naturally do with your eyes. Now I know y'all know the look I'm talking about. Down the line, what you do to get to trying to talk to cuz when you see he walking in your studio sessions anytime you come to the rack. You know I could keep going, so you might as well be back, my friend, please." Now in the next post, he would say, quote, "You ain't no limit no more. You not trying to get a Rico, yet that's still your Instagram. You're 30 years old, it's time to find yourself. Hashtag little bro." Kinda got a point with that. Now in the next post, he would encourage anybody to post his face on the picture of Moneybagg Yo and Ari, you know, I guess in a playful way, being that that's Herbo's baby mother. Now in the next post, he will go on and say, quote, "Yo daddy told your ad on 77 Yates in the trap, if you don't take him and his crowd with you when you make it, he gon' unalive you, and what your scary ad do? Living large, huh?" In the next post, he would say, quote, "LOL, wait, didn't my baby mama used to walk you home from school so you wouldn't get beat up? Herb?" Then in the next post, he would say, quote, "So who brought Ari that range Moneybagg was talking about, Herbie or Tank? I'm trying to see something." Now that was pretty much it, man. Listen, as people from the outside looking in, we don't know whether Herbo is really like that or not. However, it seems like everyone who has something to say pertaining to Herbo and his hood status, they all say the same thing. Now maybe one person could be lying, maybe even 2 people. But once it starts becoming a thing where multiple people are saying the same thing, I don't know, man. If it quack like a duck, it's a duck. If it barks like a dog, it's a dog. It's easy to say, nah, he only saying that because he a hater. But I don't think everybody's hating now, right? Once again, I don't know though. But it's beginning to be a pattern where everyone seems to be upset at Herbo for allegedly using the hood for clout, despite saying he's not a part of it, and they're all saying that he's not like that. Now, he also made another good point where he says that Herb claims that the reason he doesn't want to rep Nolimit is because of a possible Rico that may be brewing. However, he still has Nolimit in his name, which still shows some type of affiliation to Nolimit, right? That's like Lil Durk telling the world he's not a part of OTF no more, but every time you see his videos, it says OTF Records or he's screaming OTF in his songs. It just doesn't make sense, and you will still be a part of a RICO if it does decide to come down. Now, Juvie is an OG member of Nolimit, just like Dogg was, so it's a little different when they're talking just like Nolimit Cairo was. Now, like I said earlier, I honestly think this is Juvie's way of trying to come at a certain somebody through targeting Herbo, hoping to get the same response as Dogg, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out.